Yeah, I'm the Kool Uncle. Yeah, I'm the Kool Uncle. Yeah, ayy, I'm the Kool Uncle. Yeah, ayy, I'm the Kool Uncle. Yeah, I'm the Kool Uncle. Profile shorts, white tee. Yo, what's the deal?
Kool Unc.
The Kool Unks is here, man. Today we doing a little something different. We got a special guest in the building. Yeah, introduce yourself.
Man, I am ByBijan, Fairfield Zone, you know what I'm saying? AKA the Field General, AKA Cameron Touchin, AKA Basehead.
Talk that.
AKA, you know, the one who got away with it, you know what I'm saying?
Talk to me.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A producer, lover of the producer, and a cool uncle at heart, too.
Yeah.
That's for surely, man.
I smell you. You know,
Thank y'all for having me, too.
Oh, yeah,
for sure.
my guy.
You know, I got to say something to y'all off top. I'm a little jealous of y'all. You know, Lou was talking about I came up in here iced out one day. So, you know, I done toned down on the ice. I ain't even been wearing no hat or glasses.
Right.
But now I got a little beef.
I already know what it is, bro.
Bruh. Y'all gonna make me go get a man weave or something? You know what I'm saying? What's up? Y'all gonna make the pro go get a man weave?
Hey, man. Yeah, I'm almost there, though. I'm almost in the game.
Y'all the cool Uncs. Got the woo-wee.
Hey.
B, you got the, man, that look like about 8 years right there, player.
Man, you damn near had it on point with
Man.
that one. I don't know why.
He's 8 years.
Close to him, though. Close to him, probably about 8. What about you, D?
I think I'm going on 3rd or 4th.
Damn.
No, yeah, I'm going into my 4th year for sure.
You're long.
Oh, yeah,
What?
good looking.
You about to hit them stages where you like, I'm trying to cut my shit.
Hey, bro. I'm almost there. When I put a hoodie on, I forgot to pull my dreads out. My shit be stuck. I'm like, oh, shit, let me pull them out.
You know what? I'm just going one day.
You ain't gonna never catch us.
One day, man.
He said one day.
Hey, man, these women be doing some stuff with their hair, so I done seen women go from bald to long hair.
You stupid.
Fast, real quick.
Real quick. So, you know, it's a thing, man. But, hey, it's all love, brother. So, man, the field. Talk to us about it, man.
Fairfield, man. Fairfield, California, not Connecticut. Let's be clear with that.
Right.
Northern California, between Sacramento, San Francisco.
Okay.
And yeah, man, it's called the Field, the Flatlands. Yeah,
That's
Fairfield,
crazy.
California.
So, Fairfield is between Sac and the city.
Correct.
See, I was way off.
I thought it was before the city.
Yeah, for real.
Now that's why we got kind of, our region is specific to kind of like having that Sac vibe, but also kind of like the Valley vibe, I should say.
Right.
Yep.
But also a lot of the people that reside there came from the so-called closer to the water,
Right.
the bay, right?
So then what's like the relationship between from Oakland, Sac, Vallejo? I mean, these are all like key cities, right? Key people done came out of it. So like, how does that relationship all balance out between everybody?
I mean, it's just like any other place in terms of some people rock with some people don't rock with other areas based on just geographics and family, right? But I say the one cool thing about Fairfield is that a lot of the OGs who was like doing things back in the day, they wiggled in Fairfield.
Okay.
They came through Fairfield to kind of get to Sac, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of got to go through there. So we had everybody like Mac Dre would pull through in the range, just like, damn, Mac Dre at AutoZone, huh? What? Had some, you feel me's with him too. You feel me? You see a lot of just random people sometimes. You would never know it was in Fairfield.
The BART don't go through Fairfield.
It
right?
don't. Not yet.
Yeah, so
Not
you
yet.
really got to be going through the trap to get through the trap. You know what I'm saying?
Wiggling.
Yeah.
If you're wiggling, you through there. Especially if you did some music, right? Because a lot of the historic producers like Mike Mosley,
Yep.
who produced on, Pop, a whole bunch of other stuff. Rick Rock, he come from that area, that soil.
Right.
So if anybody from like L.A. and you did some, if you're from anywhere, you had a wiggle. At least there was a studio, like Bobby Ford's studio, it was a legendary. Pac Damme recorded at that studio.
So, if I'm going from, if I'm leaving San Francisco, no, let's say Oakland. I'm leaving Oakland. If I'm going to Fairfield, it's going to be off to the right, and if I'm going to Santa Rosa, it's going to be off to the left.
So if you're coming from the town, right, you can go a few ways. You can go 680.
Okay.
Or you can go 80. Yeah, you can go to 80. 80 goes all the way. So 80 is what most people take because that's going to take you all the way to Sac.
Yep.
Right.
So that's what people get there. But if you trying to go the back skirts, you take 680, kind of go around Berkeley. What is that? Lafayette Way, Concord.
Yep. Okay.
680.
Okay.
So you basically take the back way.
Okay.
But if you go 80, you're going through like Vallejo, Richmond, all those areas. You know what I'm saying? So, take the 80. We off the 80, so it's a major highway, right?
Right.
Yep. Do y'all still consider yourself the Bay? Or is that
We
that
Fairfield.
Tricky?
we
okay, all right. That's what I'm saying. You from Long Beach?
Are you from
LA?
Compton?
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm from Long Beach. Respect.
And, we, for the most part, the players know that we've had our fingerprint in history of at least the culture up there.
Yeah.
So when it comes to Bay Area music scene,
Got you.
so
No, that's what's up.
yeah, Fairfield, I love you.
Yeah, shout out to Fairfield.
Shout out. Man.
Yeah.
Shout out. I just know them. I know them days. From going to the tippy top and coming back down. Certain places were safe cities. You made it to Santa Rosa.
Man.
You like,
you
know
know
what I'm saying?
exactly. Driving the
coming from
fives.
Sac, you're like, okay, I made it down to the city. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you like, all right. You know what I'm saying? It was that's what it was. So if I knew about that little safe little haven right there, I probably would have, just skirted off for a second. And,
Man, you never know.
yeah, but hey, life changes.
You never know.
And you become an uncle.
Hey, it's funny thing is, I just became, I guess, a renewed uncle. Shout out little Princess Layla, my little
shout
niece.
her out.
I got two
Congrats.
little nieces. So she just had, my sister had a little princess. So yeah, that feels
That's
good.
dope. That's good, man.
Yeah, look at
Cool
activity over here.
You
The
feel
cool
me?
one.
So gave us you gave us a review, man, on the you got the leak version.
I
The
did.
leak
I got the
version,
sneak
man.
peek.
Give us the review. Give us the review.
So I'm gonna be honest with y'all, right?
Right.
I gave it to the AI system. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to test what it was gonna bring me back,
Right.
and it was like, this a hit single.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout
I'm
out to the
telling you,
AI.
It said all the cool uncles gonna go crazy on it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It said all the ladies gonna bop to that thing because
Okay.
on some fly things, but they being honest and you know what I'm saying? They being transparent. They just cool.
Yeah,
we ain't
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
be something we not.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Exactly.
Then they're trying to be something
Yes,
not.
yes,
So,
sir. Remix coming
production?
soon? You on the remix?
Let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? It's slapping. If you got room for me, you
Oh
feel
yeah,
me?
man.
Let's
Come
do
on,
it.
put out the Unk remix.
The Unk remix,
And
man.
who's on that? C Beats and LV.
LV, shout out to them.
All
Yeah,
three of y'all
they-
did your
they
thing too.
They killed it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The beat
Appreciate
did y'all thing. Whoever did the production did their thing. All three of y'all gassed though. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey,
The
it
hook
was
go
fun.
crazy.
Oh yeah.
The hook is it.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
And I can hear it. I ain't gonna lie. I can hear it placed on some stuff. I
Oh,
can
yeah.
just hear it. You know, it's big. It's a big record.
Hey, Sync Agents, holla at me.
Cool Uncle got the drip.
Uh,
Mm.
Yeah, no, yeah, you came with
Y'all
that
ready to
one on
perform
there.
it?
huh?
Y'all ready to perform
Let's
it?
go.
Oh man, I'm gonna leave that to them.
Oh, we ain't getting an exclusive.
Man, I'm probably the lazy aunt. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
man.
Y'all ain't going on the radar. Y'all ain't going to the what is the corner the
You know
corner
what, man?
store?
I feel like if I go on the radar, I gotta feel like the comments is gonna look ugly.
But we gonna go
That's the whole
viral.
point.
We gonna go
That's the whole
viral.
point.
At the expense of everybody everybody talking about the bald head uncle, so I gotta go in with the hat, the glasses.
Hey, Lou low
I gotta
cut
go
too.
everything.
Lou got a low.
Lou don't care. He cool. That's his thing.
Would you care?
I care.
I care.
D Nice ready though.
I'm ready.
Nice,
Let's
ready.
go.
Good. So, I don't know if I can go on the radar. I'm gonna let y'all do that.
Oh,
I'll be
man.
in the back. You know what? I'll do it, but I'll just have my DJ set up and I'll be in the back.
Hey,
There
ain't
it
nothing wrong
is.
with that.
That's me.
Yeah, you can do that. I'm gonna pass you the mic. I'm
Right.
saying, shoot, shoot him with the camera right now.
Hey, yeah, I don't know, man.
How was it recording that song? Let me get your honest opinion. I mean, right? We getting the feedback. How was it recording? What was the thought process? What was I know it was a vibe, but what was going through y'all? What was y'all feeling?
So how that song happened, right? C Beats and LV came to the studio, and we was just vibing out. And he was like, "Play some beats." He started playing beats. That beat came on. I was just listening. I think it was a day after we already podcast, and so I was in the studio. I'm like thinking, and as he playing the beat out loud, I did a voicemail on my phone. I'm like, "The Kool Uncle. I'm the Kool Uncle." So I'm like, all right. So I told him, "Hey, send me that beat, bro. I need that beat," because I heard it. So then, probably the next time I was in the studio, I laid the hook, and I laid 3 bars in my verse. Mm-hmm. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna sit on it. Because I couldn't think of that 3rd bar for nothing. I'm like, I want to say something clever, but you feel me? Be a cool uncle at the same time. So next time we came to the studio to do podcast, I played it for him and Lou. And like, man, this it. This it. I'm like, what you mean? So we was just going back and forth. I'm like, well, I'll just add 1 bar and make that.
So you played them what you had.
Yeah, it was supposed to be the theme song. We wasn't even thinking about making it a song.
Gotcha.
So I was just thinking theme song. So that's why I didn't really want to go too crazy on the verse. I was just playing around. So I really was just gonna keep the hook and the beat and leave it open. And then Pro was like,
We putting this on. What we doing?
we dropping that.
Yeah, we putting it out.
So let's finish it.
Yeah, we ended up throwing the verses on it, and D being the
Nice wrote your verse.
never that.
Okay. He got
Look,
serious.
and I'm even proof to you why he didn't.
Break it down.
So when I said my verse, there's a reference, and I'm not gonna tell nobody what the reference is. I'm gonna let y'all figure it out. But there's a reference in the song that will show you the generations, the generation gap.
Oh yeah.
And
It's
and
the context clues.
I'm gonna leave it at that, and that's how you know, because they weren't thinking about
Only
that.
you would say that.
Only I would say that.
Because I never seen it. What's that, bro?
There you go.
What's
He's never seen it.
Huh?
But you know what? My generation saw it, and the generation above me saw it, and they know what's up. So and that's why the song is so beautiful, because it's touching
Different
all
generation.
aspects and different
Yeah.
generations.
Well, me and Lou from the same generation, but different perspective and we come from different
lyricism
groups.
and
You feel me?
things of that nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He more of a backpack rapper. I'm more of a just make a good song.
Hyphy.
Yeah, turned up, have fun.
Have fun. What you call it? Function music.
Yeah,
right?
my shit function music. I make function
So
music, bro.
He made it
Straight
function.
Yeah.
So function, and my little smooth West Coast, old school flow, but with Lou and his lyricism, it touches everybody.
Yeah.
Cool on.
Yeah.
The Kool Uncle, that gonna be a classic for sure.
No, for real.
We gonna
Hey,
he gonna perform it, bro. He gotta perform it.
We need the Tommies, the Tommy the Clowns. We need all of y'all on here, getting it. We need was it Rocco the Clown? We need
all of them.
We need
Yeah.
everybody. Kool Uncle, turn it up.
Turn it up for sure.
It's gonna be out by the time this come out. It's gonna be out.
It's gonna
need
be out
them
before
dance.
this drop for sure.
Yeah, we need them dances. We need them dances for it. Yeah, don't get it done for us, please. We appreciate you. We're gonna make it make sense. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Cool uncles can do this type of stuff. I'm telling
Talk
you.
to me.
Yeah, this is why it's important to roll with the cool uncles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all got an uncle that we all look up to. Look, my man B was just talking about his little nieces. You think he ain't gonna take care of the nieces?
No, he gonna take care of the
Only way to
nieces.
do it.
You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. So I tell you, last week we was talking about something controversial.
What was it?
Let's throw it at B. Tupac or Biggie?
I'm
Honest. Be honest.
I mean, my honest initial feeling is gonna say Pac. I mean, I can't say nothing but Pac.
You just riding for the coast, or is that
It's a
real
lot
deal?
entwined with that answer.
But you got to remember what he said when we was talking earlier. He said when he wanted to go listen to a whole album, he go back and listen to Tupac. So
Yeah, I did say that.
So you feel
that,
me?
yeah.
It makes a lot. He didn't say Biggie. He
I
said
didn't say
Tupac.
Biggie. I definitely, and that wasn't the question. I
Right.
just
He
said
didn't even know.
when I need to get some deep shit, I listen
What's
to
your
Pac.
favorite Tupac album?
Me Against the World.
Bro,
It's just me against the
that's
world,
my
baby.
favorite too, bro. I ain't gonna even cap with you. Me Against the World is my favorite. I listen to that joint faithfully.
Yeah, but there's also some other great bodies of work.
Yeah,
too,
because that
right?
Machiavelli hit too.
Man,
Yeah.
that
Yeah. You know what I didn't like about Machiavelli?
What?
Bro, it was not mixed.
Oh yeah,
It
no,
was
it
not
was
mastered. It was just like,
because Machiavelli came out after he passed, so they just threw it out.
but they
Was that
could
a
have took the
pos-
time out to
posthumous
mix
album?
it though.
Huh?
that's after.
Yeah.
But they could have
They
took time
could
to
have,
mix it.
but you know, it was a money grab, bro. You know how they do. They need to hurry
Yeah,
up.
man, I didn't like that, man. They could still go back and remaster and get it right.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
you know, Snoop on the masters now.
Come on.
I mean, he bought Death Row, so don't he
Uncle
own
Snoop.
him?
What is the other one? Strictly for my niggas.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's
Strictly for My Niggas was real.
that was
All
more of an
the-
earlier
that
was-
one,
that-
right?
that
He
was
got
more
too
of
many
a-
classics.
That's when he was on his that's Strictly for, was that on Tupac-less now?
Nah.
So yeah, they go to Apple Music.
Yeah, because you know there was a phase when he was on the East Coast
Right.
trying to get his thing going.
Yeah. Which I'm not mad at those albums either.
No, that was that was in the Juice days. Please tell me
Obviously.
y'all seen Juice, man.
Oh man, Juice one of my
All
favorite.
right, come on, man. You
Come
know
on,
what I'm
bro. I
saying?
watched that
Come
movie
on.
over and over again.
Come on, if you didn't see Juice, then I was going.
Yeah, that was when he was on his.
So influential wise, that's Tupac-less now, right?
Strictly for my niggas. This album blap.
For real. That's when hip hop was fun, bro. Hip hop was fun. And you could do exactly what y'all doing right now. Bob your head and just move. It was fun. It was fun and it
Man,
meant something.
yeah, music definitely.
Man. Blaps on that mug.
Yeah,
Memories.
his producer was crazy.
But Me Against the World for sure.
Yeah.
That album. I was
That-
right when I said that. I thought it was the other one, but that was right.
Yeah.
Me
Yeah,
Against the World, that's blappers.
yeah, for sure.
So do you think in those times,
No disrespect to Biggie. Sorry, no disrespect.
oh no, we love Biggie, man.
Yeah, you know,
All day,
Biggie gave
man.
us some classics
It
too.
was
For
some
sure.
Machine Gun Funk, man. We good. I'm gonna tap into Uncle Lou here, and Lou touches on soul a lot, like the soul of music, and he says that this generation is missing soul. What's your perspective on that? Is soul here? Is it not? What's going on?
I think the soul is being tested more than ever now, with so many different versions of if it's superficial or if it's not superficial.
All right.
The soul, and there's so many different phases of the soul. I don't think the soul is just one constant, or it's like it's changing, right? It's
Right. It's
Yep.
evolving.
it's evolving.
Yeah.
And there's different layers. It might not seem like there's soul to you. Who's to tell
Subjective.
that? Who's to, right?
Pretty
Who's to
much.
tell?
Damn,
Who's
I
to
wish
say
Lou
that?
was here to argue this point because
You ain't got nothing for me?
I be arguing similar.
Oh no! Oh,
Yeah, I be saying that we may not feel like the soul is there, but the generation of today is going to argue different.
Yeah.
yeah, and I feel like our soul's being tested though,
Yeah.
more than ever, if that makes any sense. And that could be me being eccentric about our time too. Maybe back in the day they were saying our soul being tested.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. But see, that's the whole thing. Like, even think about when we listen. Yeah, we say Tupac and these artists at that time was soulful, but then our parents and grandparents were telling us this not soul.
True.
You feel me? This not soulful.
You're absolutely
so
right
it's
about
just
that.
the generations. I think it's just
It is. It is. I think there's evidence of soul in the music still.
Yeah.
of course because samples. People sample.
and
They
that's-
gotta go back to what
But
really
that's where
worked.
hip hop,
Originated from.
right? We
Exactly.
don't exist without
Yeah.
the sample. I mean, maybe we do.
Yeah.
I maybe lyrically,
Yeah.
but I feel like that backdrop of that sample.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I think it just goes to the artist, like particular artists. Like the most popular artists don't have no soul because they not that skilled or really, you feel me? They just make popular music. They don't really focus on trying to give somebody something.
It's so.
I mean, trying to give them a feeling or give them soul. I think they just trying to.
What's the fine line between a product and art? I mean, that's a fine line because,
Yeah.
but it can also overlap.
Right. Yeah.
One's art could be a product as well,
Yeah.
and really great art is almost not even considered a product, and really great product is not is considered art,
Yeah.
right?
Right. Yeah.
So, artistry now, that sometimes songs are products.
Got you.
Even artists are products.
Yeah.
So that soul is lost, right?
Yeah. Because it's like manufactured.
It's manufactured where you
Yeah.
see, and I don't want to be the OG,
I mean, you a
but
cool
like
uncle. You can talk your talk.
I guess I'm a cool aunt a little bit, but kind of
A whole lot.
when there's a lot of layers, and it's not the right kitchen or the right
Right.
restaurant with the right flavors,
Right.
it could be too much, right? And it's not really art. It's just a product. So
Gotcha.
the soul is lost. Like,
Yeah.
but then also the great product that is art stands out even better.
Well, let me throw this at y'all then, because we always, let's go back to Motown.
Right.
Barry Gordon would always talk about the Motown machine. Mm-hmm. And it was all these checks and balances and things he learned, from working at the auto manufacturer, right?
Right.
And it was kind of like a steel mill type of operation, an assembly line.
Right.
Was he putting out a product?
But people poured their soul into it, though.
Based on what other people perceived that soul to be,
Yeah, true.
because it had to go through these checks and balances.
Right.
And that checks and balances were based on a group of people
Right.
who said X, Y, and Z. So who's to say that they weren't just putting out a product that was going to fit the masses of the whole world, as opposed to just a product that soul just said, this is soulful and this works.
I was watching something. What they said would really take soul out of music? Auto-tune.
Auto-tune.
They say auto-tune takes the soul because it, like, when you got them imperfections in your voice, auto-tune corrects it.
It do.
Well, shit, T-Pain gonna say otherwise, because T-Pain can
But-
really sing.
T-Pain can really sing, but sometimes T-Pain don't use, like, it's how much you use. T-Pain don't use that much auto-tune. It's crazy because I heard him sing live,
Oh, he
and
can
he
really sing.
sounds like auto-tune. That's the crazy part.
Bro won the contest for, where they put the mask on, the Masked Singer? Mm-hmm. He won that contest.
Who, T-Pain?
Yeah.
That don't sound.
It sounds
off.
crazy, right?
It don't.
No, he won the contest. Or one of the episodes he won.
But he can blow, right?
Yeah, no, he could really sing.
Podcast. What'd you say?
He could really sing. That when I say the auto-tune, he could really turn it all the way up.
You
Or
can
turn it
still
down.
hear his soul
I agree.
in the auto-tune. And I think that's to his advantage. His
Yeah.
genius
Yep.
is that
Right, because I think he probably just
Even Roger and Zap or
Zapp and Roger.
Yeah.
Talk box.
Yeah, but I think like with T-Pain, he was the first to get known for auto-tune, so it kind of like he branded that to his voice,
to our generation,
to his advantage. You
to
feel
our
me?
generation. But most people when they first hear that, they're gonna think of Roger and Zap. I would assume.
Not, but the talk box is different from auto-tune.
Yeah, different. But
I
get
guess
what
that
you're saying.
frequency is very similar.
I get what you're saying because auto-tune basically does what the vocal box do, but it don't give the same sound.
And it doesn't correct. Does it correct?
No, you got to play it.
You got to play it.
Oh, see, yeah, that's the difference.
Yeah, that's the
so
difference.
it's automatically perfect
Put like
because you're
this.
playing it. No,
If Roger,
You got to sing it and kind of play
you
with the
gotta
notes.
play
I
the
thought
keys,
you more like ooh,
no,
like
no,
this.
you just
You got to say
sing-
words.
But it's trick because you have to
Tube in the
blow.
mouth.
You got a tube. You have to blow, sing. It takes a lot more skills. But I'll tell you this much.
Oh, yeah.
I would be willing to bet that if Roger Troutman was here and he could do auto tune, he would love that shit.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
would love that.
He a master.
He'd be like, what is this shit right here? I would say he'd be on. Bro would be going up.
yeah, legend.
I couldn't imagine what that would sound like. More bounce to the ounce.
Hey, but no, it's crazy. I just downloaded. Well, I purchased a vocal box, a digital one. It's a VST. I could sing on my mic and play the keys on my keyboard, and it does it, and it sounds like it. It even got I think Roger's preset.
Man, that production was crazy. This is what kills me. People will say West Coast sound, but bro, funk. A lot of funk came from Ohio.
Yeah.
All that Roger Troutman, all that boom, 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 boom. that they wasn't from California.
Yeah.
They wasn't from the West. But
Okay,
yet
so
people
like,
brand
what
us
about
as West Coast with this sound. And it's like-
confunction or more like
I mean, we had our guys. Don't get me wrong, but that funk, that
George
Bootsy,
Clinton? Where he from?
George Clinton. I don't know where George Clinton, but you look at like Bootsy, James Brown, Parliament. They wasn't from California, bro.
Definitely wasn't, but we definitely had some West Coast funk.
No, for
That's
sure.
what it is.
But I
Gotta
think
get in.
like it go back to
Oh, no,
to
that's
branding.
Jamaica funk.
You feel me? It go back to branding. Like the West Coast funky sound had the bigger artists than Ohio. I mean, you feel me? Than the people that came out of Ohio and out there.
But I mean, if you listen to like Alexander O'Neal or something, you know, that sound wasn't that sound. You know what I'm saying? It like the Roger Troutman shit was just like. I watched documentaries where they literally, the way they made the claps is real claps. They in there like, boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like 5 people in there clapping at the same time to get that real authentic sound, right?
Right.
And that wasn't California, but then some way, somehow, they just said West Coast. If you play a song that emulates that type of movement, or
Yeah, it's West Coast.
it's West Coast. And I just don't understand how the people brand us with that stamp.
So the hand clap is West Coast. Is that what y'all saying?
I don't know if it's the clap. I don't know if it's the funk, the bass. I don't know what it is.
So automatically when you hear a hand clap, listeners out there, you think of West Coast?
For real.
I don't know. Do you?
Any other
For
music,
real.
they go with the
For
snare.
real.
Everybody
Yeah,
else go with the
everybody
snare.
else Yeah,
It's
for
the
real.
clap and the snap for us.
Yes.
Those two.
The snap.
The clap and the snap.
And that snap started out of Northern California, the Bay, right? Up north.
Lil Jon. I mean,
Damn. That's
you think-
that's
well,
the
you
one,
gotta think
too.
about it. It was a whole snap movement in
Hey, no,
Atlanta.
you're right about that.
That's real.
You
You're
feel
definitely
me?
right about
That's
that.
what really branded the snap. Everybody loved the snap because of that. Dun, dun, dun.
I can't remember it. I mean, there has to be a song
Oh, and
that
that's
was
Texas.
that was a snap before. I'm sure there was like some, I feel like Texas has to have some snap
Yeah, for
records
sure.
that rappers was on, like UGK or somebody was rapping on.
You know, it's the 808, the old school 808 kick. I mean, the 808 program, you know, the basic 808 kick. I don't know if you guys ever had that little 808 drum machine.
Yeah. I ain't never had the machine, but I got all the sounds from it.
Yeah, I had that actual handheld thing. You hit it, you be like, okay.
And the one note, doom, doom,
Yeah.
doom.
For real. And now it's just on,
Yeah.
it's on some whole other
But
level
see,
now.
and that's another thing. Music got so 808 driven. Like, that's like one of the main instruments in the beat now. If you ain't got no 808 in it, what are you doing? So like I was saying, that 808 is the new soul. I think most artists, they live off the 808. You feel me? Like back in the day, people used to, funky bass lines. It was really one note 808, so it's really like, it didn't give too much feeling, it just gave you that sound. Now, most artists, producers, they live and die by the 808. You feel me?
No, for real. That.
Hold on, I got a question for you. All right, this is a real producer question. Zay or Spins? The Zay 808 or the Spins 808?
Ooh.
Well, throw Lex in there.
Ooh. But those two specifically.
Yeah, as producers, it's the Zay or Spins.
For the most part, any other kit rendition or distorted thing is basically from that.
Yeah.
But been tweaked.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't want to go against Zay because that is a classic. That was the first 808.
Yeah.
I feel like before Spins came and was like, okay, it's lower now.
Yeah.
And it's thump harder.
Thump harder, yeah.
Right? So then that took pace of the Zay 808.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with the original Spins, not the short Spins.
Not the Detroit Spins. He said, nah.
You know what I'm talking
I know
about
exactly
too, right?
what you're talking about. Boom, 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 boom.
It do wop.
It
but
do.
I
But
need
that woo, woo, woo,
then
woo, woo,
I can trim it if I need to. Or,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Cut the tail, let it, yeah.
But that Spins.
See, this is what I'm talking about, man. We couldn't do none of that stuff in my day, bro.
There's probably a way to do it. There's no way
Bro,
there's a way to do it now
if you wanted
that you
to
couldn't
trim
do
your
it.
808 down, the best you could do, you could get it into Pro Tools and you could trim it on in Pro Tools.
Fade it out like what?
Clip it.
You couldn't really do it on the ASR 10. It was just too complicated to do it, and it would always cut off at the wrong place in the middle of the sample, and it make a little pop.
MPC for
But then-
sure
but-
had a
but the
knob
MPC,
to-
the MPC you could do it, but the problem with the MPC, it didn't have the same swing as ASR 10.
yeah, I agree with that.
But and you say Lex, I think Lex is known in the producer community
Snares.
is for the snare. See,
I took
he
it
know
right.
exactly it's the snare.
And maybe hi-hats.
Hi-hats, yeah, but it's definitely the snare.
Definitely snare.
Interesting.
Like all trap music uses Lex snare.
For sure. And it's all tweaked from that.
Everything from it.
It's
Bro, I
all
hope you're getting
tweaked.
paid. I hope you're getting paid for your packs.
Unfortunately and fortunately for the community,
He's not getting paid.
those are he's a legend.
And he's a legend.
He's
All
for
day.
sure a legend. But that's one thing you can't. Can you patent a sound?
No, not a
Not
one
legally.
shot. Not a one shot. No.
Right? I mean, no, you can. I'm sorry. You can obviously patent a sound. Not. I mean, like
You can register.
you caught what I meant. It's
You
probably
You can't
like
register
once-
that sound recording. No.
if you whatever tweaks and adjustments you make, and if you created it, you can register that.
But it's gonna
Not
be
like
manipulated.
a snare. You cannot.
It's gonna be
How do you-
manipulated.
Yeah, once it's manipulated.
How do you
it's
patent a
different.
snare?
But that's what I'm saying. No matter what, as soon as somebody put it
Drop
in
it
the
in there,
FL,
it's manipulated.
It's gonna be changed. The level gonna be different. The mix on it, everything gonna be different.
Yeah.
So it's like really,
It
it's
might
nothing
sound
you
the
can
same.
do. Cause I bet you Spins or Zay not getting paid for that.
No
808.
fucking way.
I feel like, man. I feel like.
I
feel
mean,
like
I don't
the
know.
work- I
Shit,
feel
let
like-
me
I
stop.
feel like the workload is different, bro. Like y'all could just go online and just download some shit, bro. In our day, man, you had to. There's a spider coming right down here in the middle. Literally, we had to. Somebody get that man some hand sanitizer. We had,
That's right
spider
there,
wanted
man.
to get up on a Kool Uncle. He's like, I'm an Uncle Charlotte Webb just came down.
Hey.
But we had to work to go find these like drum kits, and we had to sit in the studio
You
for
still gotta do
hours and
that.
sample.
No, you don't.
Nah,
you just
bro.
go to Reddit.
Very much so.
You just go to Reddit.
But it's you having a knowledge of just
Yeah.
finding, searching, right?
Man,
Yeah, it was the fun in
But do
that.
you
It's
know,
gonna be
that
just
was-
typing in a. I
That's
guess-
that's what distinguished you from being a good producer from a not so good producer. How hard did you work to get your sounds and create your sounds? getting those records and sampling them and doing this and doing that. And you knew it. That's why people like DJ Quick.
Yep, I was gonna bring him up.
His sound kits were, bro. I had the DJ Quick sound kits, and man, they were crazy.
Where they at?
I still got them in my garage.
Well, I ain't got them.
You wanna load up the SR10?
I will load it up and put everything in FL.
I got them.
And then I'm gonna sell this drum kit, and then we gonna get paid.
Man, you crazy. I already know what this drum kit is.
Coteezy, shout out to my boy Coteezy. He gave me them sample packs.
All right. Next time I see you, you need them ARS S10s.
It used to be on forums, the sample packs back in the day. That's what it first started.
Yeah.
I guess Reddit is a forum now.
Yeah.
Right? That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, what was that one song? When you get high.
But I remember the Drake
get
kit.
loaded.
Hella Drake kits. It was Hella Drake
Hella
kits.
Dre kids, Timbo, Pharrell.
Timbo,
So
Pharrell,
from
Swiss
Neptune,
Beats.
my understanding
Bliss.
is Dre got a lot of sound
From Quick.
from Quick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was
I
gonna say
understand, yeah.
some of the Quick stuff is obviously in them Drake
But to
kits.
your point, he went in there and tweaked them. To his
That's
liking.
it.
Come on.
Now they Drake
Hey,
sounds.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Drake sounds, you feel me?
I'm listening.
Yeah.
Because I know I went and got a gang of Timbaland shit, and I took it and tweaked it the way I needed to tweak it. Because them Timbaland drums used to hit.
Nah.
Boom, 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 boom. That Timbaland Magoo and Missy Elliott, oh my gosh.
I'm gonna give y'all a little secret on my drum kit. So all my drum kits that I put out, the way I know what drums to put out is all my placements. Every song that I got placed, I just take that beat, take the drums, stem them out.
Your bass.
Now I got my own kit. And but see,
Interesting.
I got paid for mine because I'm gonna sell mine. Go to my website. You can make a purchase real fast.
Try
BagThatMoney.com.
man.
You feel me?
God, it's crazy how this stuff all works these days. I mean, it just technology, man. Things are different, man. And I wonder if that takes the soul out of it.
But I was just gonna say, go back to that. That's why it's getting tested, and the soul peaks out in different variations.
Yeah.
You can notice, and the soul is different to everybody. Everybody's soul speaks in different languages.
And I think that's what it is. It's the more what's the word I'm looking for? The more, hold on, it's gonna come to me. But like, basically, what I'm trying to say is, like, more people are getting influenced by different aspects of life, different ways of living, and I think, like, just with like music, there's an artist for each person, versus where it was just one artist for everybody, you know. So I think now everything's getting diluted, and if they listen to this artist and he's telling y'all to go slide, then you listen to this artist telling you, don't be stupid, don't be a crash dummy. This side gonna slide over here, this side gonna slide over there. Now it's like, so who's right? You feel me? So I think that's a lot going on too. Like, it's the people that's creating these, I mean, that's controlling the narratives.
Yeah, the media.
That.
Is,
Do you guys feel it's still in the producer world? Is it a popularity contest just as much it is for the artists?
Nah. I think that era is died. Because it's so many producers now, bro. It's so many. And it's so many artists putting out big records by the no-name producers versus this one producer just keep knocking them down. You feel me? I think it's getting saturated so much that now we're getting 7 producers, 10 producers on one project, on one song. You feel me? So it's like,
Damn, on one song?
bro,
song.
it get crazy.
What are they not talented no more or something? What's going on?
nah, I think it's
It just one trick ponies, I guess. I don't know.
and not every record is the same. Sometimes you want a specific specialty too.
You want some soul.
This person does they drums is hard, so they in the room, and maybe it's a producer camp, where there's different type of producers in there. I don't know if this is the case. I'm just saying I can see how it could happen, right? But
See, that's just complicated because how do you get paid? You know, how do you get
mean,
paid as a producer?
everybody-
Because most of these guys' songs aren't going on the radio. And you're not going to get the revenue as a producer like that. You know, if you're splitting this pot with
Yeah.
X amount of people.
Say that to somebody that got a diamond record and that got a
5%, 2%.
Dude, do the math.
0.1% or 1% of a diamond record.
You feel
That's
me?
that's definitely something, right?
I mean, it's something.
It's
but
bragging
what are the
rights.
odds, though? That's like me saying I'm getting to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? What's the odds?
I'd rather be in the camp that have the opportunity to not.
No, not knocking it off for sure. But I gotta be real at some point in time. And most of these producers are not doing collaborative things. They're working in their homes. They're working on their headphones and kind of working in their own little silo. This guy, he collaborates. He blows my mind with how well he collaborates with people. You know what I'm saying? People just come through, and it makes sense, I think, for a system that he's created.
That's a testament to his genius.
Yeah, that works. But most people ain't thinking on this level, bro. They not. They just making beats and they.
But the crazy thing is, I learned that from them. Like, I wasn't always collaborating with other producers. Like, I think also my stint with League of Stars helped me get better at collabing with producers. But most of the producers that was from League of Stars, I wasn't collabing with.
Gotcha.
You feel me? So it wasn't like we meet up at the studio, everybody working on one beat. No, it was room over there, room over there, room over there. Everybody gonna cook up. Everybody doing their own thing. But I learned it from the new guys. Like, you feel me? Like, yeah, man. Like, I ain't the best keyboardist. You feel me? I know some music theory, but I don't know all of it. This dude know everything. How to play music back, forward, up, down, left, right.
Right.
So it's like, of course, I need to collab.
Well, you know
to be
what?
better.
Well, speaking of just great producers, breaking news. Our man's Quincy Jones just passed away.
Rest in peace, the OG.
Rest in peace to the OG.
The legend. Legendary.
Super legendary. And the reason I bring that up in the memory of, if you watch documentaries on Quincy, it's all collaborations.
Yeah.
Like, all of it was collaborations.
Yeah.
Like, if you listen to the Michael Jackson, collaboration.
Right.
Secret Garden, collaboration. All the scores, soundtrack, We Are the World, collaboration. Everything he did was collaborations. He was the
executive producer.
But a real producer too, though.
Yeah, but it really got,
Yeah. He was actually telling people, hey, I need a riff that sounds something like this. I need a bass line. Get me something that's like da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
You know, but I think the business was done right back then. So you could really draw the soul and creativity out of people because he was that person that was going to do that.
Right.
You know? But he knew what he wanted. And he gave us great hits like, you know, Thriller.
That's like just about what, like you explaining that, basically saying like the person that's behind the music has to have the soul. And that's how everything else the soul get transferred out from the person that's in control. I think it's a lot of people that don't have souls that's in control now. You feel me?
So I think the key word to that is actually being a producer.
Yeah.
Which we have more beat makers now than producers.
Right. And that's why we get the music we get, because most of these beat makers just chasing the hit versus making a classic.
I mean, are y'all getting tired of listening to, there's been a lot of rhetoric on social media with, I'm just going to say it, I'm going to say the old heads. and it's the uncles.
Oh, the cool, okay.
It's the uncles.
We kind of, we
it's
us? Is that
it's
what you
even
saying?
older heads.
Yeah,
It's the uncles online that are, they're very critical of what the youngsters are doing. They're critical of, you know, saying they're not doing this and this is not happening. The music isn't good, or hip hop is lost. Hip hop is not good. Like, what do you guys think about that?
I mean, I think they need to chill out. Like, let the youngsters be them, man. Like, because at the end of the day, we raised that generation of people. So if we gonna start pointing shit out, we gotta look in the mirror.
It's a reflection.
It's a reflection. You feel me? Because we had, we had some great artists, but then we also had a lot of famous people that gave us a lot of bullshit too. And then we got a lot of imposters, a lot of people that wasn't true they were superficial.
Yeah, and I feel I could see how one would feel as if there's no credit due, or the youngsters, or from both sides, someone's not being respected, right? You could see how someone could feel that way at times, based on actions, based on, okay, is it credit due, based on sampling, like, right? There's a whole slew of things. It's fashion, culture, but that's the beautiful thing, right? It's a mixture of everybody. There's versions of the old in the new.
Exactly.
Whether or not, like, and that's the,
Whether the
that's what they
heads
say
wanna
is the
accept it or
form
not.
is what is it? The best form of flattery is imitation or something.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, those renditions. All the kids want to wear the baggy jeans, right? They want to wear
it's coming back.
it's like you could just see it. It's almost a
Yeah.
vintage kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, them skinnies done got
Too tight.
So
Hey, these young niggas get money now, so they ain't putting too much money in them skinny
yeah, you
jeans.
can't put it. They talking about carrying a bag. Well, you know what? I'm gonna make my jeans the bag.
Right.
and that's what's popular too, right?
Yeah.
Not saying that's what's in. If you wear spacesuits, that's what you want to do. Wear that too,
Right.
right?
Yep.
That's
But
your individuality.
But even going to that point, like what I was saying earlier, like now everybody got their own little world that they can live in. So yeah, it's a lot of kids that wear baggy clothes, but then it's a lot of kids that still wear skinny jeans. It's a lot of kids that wear the crop tops and the, you feel me? It's still, so it's different. I think the whole world just, you can view it in different worlds. Like it's more than one world now.
And it's like you said, it's hella subgenres of shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, hellish subgenres. But that's the interesting part about life. That's the cool part, right? There's all these little pockets, and these young vibes is what keep us fresh, keep us going. Otherwise, it's the same narrative.
Yeah.
How do we still keep hip hop going if it's just the same
Same story.
boom bap?
Yep.
Imagine if we was the same lyrics back in the day. Well, how do we get to the White House and we got
Right.
hip hop in the background, right?
Or the Super Bowl.
All these things don't happen without the next generations.
And
Right.
this is why, you know, I have to dispute the uncles and the old heads, you know, saying that.
And it makes it even bigger. So I don't mean to cut you off. It makes it even big. The business is even bigger now.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. You know,
It didn't even
I've never
think
been a
attainable.
fan of telling them what they need to do, because what they need to do is continue to create.
Yeah.
If somebody told me I had to create a certain way, I wouldn't have been creative, because I had someone who tried to tell me you need to create this way, and I was like, yeah, that don't kind of work for me.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have been the producer I was if I didn't create the way that I wanted to create. And that's the beauty of hip hop. That's the beauty of soul, is allowing people to create what's coming from within them.
And like, I'm a creator too, and I definitely had somebody tell me like, you should create like this, make it like this, like this, like this. But that took the soul out of me.
Hear the message? Do you?
So if something take the soul out of you doing it to please somebody else, that's where music is. We lost. Let the creators be creative. Let us create. Like, don't try to tell us how to create and what we should be doing, because at the end of the day, you should be doing it.
That part. I think people just be getting their feelings, man. People always talking about they not haters, but they really be haters.
And everybody feel like
Come
they
on.
got an opinion. Fuck your opinion. You feel me?
Master emotions, man. Be a master of emotions.
Yeah.
Starting with yourself, and I'm trying my best every day. It's a challenge, right?
Yeah.
Master of emotions, depending on the situation, depending on where you're at and how you feeling.
Right.
But
And who did it?
but starts with mastering those emotions.
Yeah.
I think so.
You know, I think too many people are becoming they're not controlling those emotions because there's no quality control. There's nothing to keep them in check. There's no gatekeepers to keep people in check. So they could get online, they can grab their phones, they can do whatever they do, and they could punch in whatever comes instantly to their minds. They could just put it in. Growing up, we didn't have that. You had to watch what you said, because the second you said something, somebody's going to pop you in your mouth. So you had to be careful on what you said. Now they just putting anything on it. Stop being a hater. Stop being a hater.
Yeah.
I am tired of people hating and hiding behind text messaging and hiding behind comments. Like, no, you know what? Call me.
Pull up.
Okay, so where's the kind of what he said? And I don't mean to be the other side of this. But okay, so what if it is trash? How do you where is that middle line? And I'm not, trust me, I would never say anything that's ill intent. I tried to filter ill intent messages out there, right?
Right.
Like I would never say it's trash. Like, because I understand the beauty in all forms of
art,
effort.
Yeah.
Art, effort, everything, right? Because
Right.
maybe if it's not considered that. But where's that? Where's
Where's the line get drawn?
Where is that? And what is hate?
But so basically, like,
It's like some.
basically, like the whole, to sum it up, we need gatekeepers. We need gatekeepers, bro. That's basically what it's saying. Somebody got to gatekeep this shit, but they got to be non-biased, and they can't be an old head.
How does that work? Because now what it sounds like it's turning into a product now, because those gatekeepers are going to create a product to put out to the world.
But like we were just saying, the gatekeeper, which was Quincy Jones, rest in peace, but how he kept, he did it right. So our gatekeeper need to follow somebody that laid the foundation for us already.
Who would you say is that now? Like,
I wouldn't know.
It's too much.
That's the issue.
That's the issue.
That's
It's too
the
much
issue.
sauce. It's too many seasoning sauce going on
That's
right
it.
now.
You feel me?
You want some Lowry, some paprika? It's
Yeah,
too
you
much.
see what's going
You know
on in
what
the
I'm
industry. You like, damn, I thought he had the. Oh, damn, they just took him. Oh, fuck. Oh, where the real? Oh, who the gatekeeper now?
saying? Yeah, it's too much.
It's too much going on. So it's like,
Look, man, I rock with the independent world.
So
and-
does that?
you come from the field. This like the
Yeah.
field.
That-
You feel me?
Look, man,
The
the
general
independent-
is in the field.
Hey, the independent world is the independent world as far as I'm concerned. At the end of the day, it comes down to your hustle.
Yeah.
And it don't matter if you're look, man, we could talk about somebody like Master P. The music coming out of that camp, bro, coming up was not
Legendary.
it was not the most quality music
Yeah.
at all.
What,
But
Master P
what?
music?
But I
Yeah.
bumped the shit. Want to know why?
Interesting.
Because I respected the hustle.
Yeah.
Quality in what? You didn't feel it? Quality
Like the impact over a person.
I mean,
and
come on, bro.
make them say,
Mr. Cole was just on point because he was on point, but I'm sorry, no disrespect, but I mean, I wouldn't Silk the Shocker, even though I bought the album, listed out. When you really
So it
go
was
look
more
at
the
it,
branding, less so
The
the
branding was on
quality of the
point.
music.
you,
I had a song with
who
Silk the
didn't
Shocker.
wanna
I
be
produced a
like
song
No
for
Limit?
Silk the Shocker. Yeah.
That's
Who
legendary.
didn't want to be like No Limit Records?
Yeah.
They had the chains, the cars, they had everything.
So
bro.
it was less.
the suits, the this. It was on point.
So it was like,
it was Brandon.
it was project music. It was like street project music.
So it created a sense of identity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You in the hood, man. Look, bro.
You can
And
still shine if you're in the projects.
At that time, if you was from the projects, if you was from the hood, if you was from anywhere, and you saw black culture in terms of the hustler side of things, brothers in Benzes and in cocaine white Benzes, and brothers going up and down with big rope chains on and fresh gear on. You're like, man, I want to be like that. And Master P started coming out with these album covers that resembled that. It was
Right.
like, bro, what's that? Like, I just want to listen to it just because. And it's like, the music moved. There was a bounce to it.
And that's the thing, like out here in LA, our projects is some of the biggest influence on LA culture. Most of the people in the projects feel like they're from the projects in the South, or some of them migrated here and they from the projects in the South. So that culture resonated out here big because shit, I used to live in the projects when I was, you feel me? So I knew about No Limit early on. I seen the baller, You feel me? I seen all the movies, all that No Limit, Cash Money. Like when they had their run, like the projects influenced a lot of LA culture. And when they got a lot of their game from the South.
Came to the hustle though. It was a hustle.
It's all about the hustle, yeah.
It wasn't about, it was about how I could market my brand.
My bad. You brought up a good thing. Cash Money compared to Master P.
Okay.
Is Cash Money's music's better?
Yes.
But think,
No Limit kicked down the door.
Yes.
And then Cash Money just took over.
I have no problem with saying that the quality of music that was coming out of that camp was a little bit better or a lot better than what was coming out of No Limit.
Yeah.
No Limit, I just respected the hustle. I respected for D said kick the door down and make it happen. But
I think what really helped No Limit too was Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg is the biggest artist on No Limit.
I don't know about that.
Who's bigger than Snoop Dogg? Master P?
Mystical was huge, bro.
Mystical was huge. He ain't huge.
And the music. Okay, here's another thing about soul.
That was
The music that was coming out of No Limit from Snoop, it was a different sound. It wasn't the traditional
West
Snoop
Coast.
Dogg sound that we were accustomed to.
I think is why we get a Drop It Like It's Hot.
Well, Pharrell was a part of that.
No, but that is why we get Drop It Like It's Hot.
He learned he had to branch out.
Experiment other shit.
Exactly.
Like that Snoop Dogg. Who's that dipping in the Cadillac? Snoop. That's probably on that album.
Yeah.
That shit black.
Yeah.
That's him on a Timberland beat.
Yeah, but even before that, like the song Ghetto Symphony. Oh my God, that's one of my favorite Snoop Dogg songs. Beats by the Pound. I think Beats by the Pound did that.
That's Master P.
No Limit producers, yeah.
See, but they got some slaps to me. That's why when you guys say the quality, I'm like,
But
also,
it's the overall music as the art. Like what artists, like he said, Silk the Shocker.
It Ain't My Fault. Like that's a big record.
What was his brother name?
C Murder.
C Murder.
What else besides that, huh?
Mystical C Murder. He had the female, the one.
Mia X.
Mia X.
Who else was on the label?
Fiend.
Yep. It's one other cat that I can't think of but I know for sure I bought Silk the Shocker. I bought Master P. Ice Cream Man was the shit.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know what
Ghetto
it was.
dope.
I just respected the hustle. I didn't respect necessarily the lyrical flow.
Artistry, yeah.
I wasn't giving it a 10 on lyrical flow. I was just like, nah, I can relate to this, and this is going. But if you comparing it to Cash Money, the quality was way different. Manny Fresh came in here and did his thing, and then the spit was different too.
But
so
a lot of people don't know Manny Fresh story either. See, Manny Fresh pops was like the head DJ of New Orleans. Like his pops and like his influences was way musical versus some people coming up in the projects, So Manny Fresh was
he had a background already.
Yeah, he was the
soul.
That was the soul.
It was a pop soul.
The
to
gatekeeper.
The music,
gatekeeper. Because once Manny Fresh left Cash Money, the music changed. We seen Carter 1, Carter 2, then Carter 3 didn't sound nothing like, you feel me? Because Manny Fresh wasn't there. The soul changed.
See, we learning that it's all type of different souls.
But the most common soul comes from who? The producer.
Talk to him.
So that's why artists need to work with the producer, not all the producers, but the producer.
Which is why the producers get 50% in hip hop. It is standard for a producer to get 50% of their publishing when it comes to hip hop. And a lot of producers don't know that.
Yeah. Because we the soul. They the heartbeat, but we the soul.
That's right. Most hip hop jams have become as big as they've become because of the producer. The producer is the one that creates the jingle, the melody to make things happen, to where the artist could come in and be like, okay, I hear something, all right, and then they'll come up with the melody from there.
How many more songs you slap without a beat on it? Or like when you had acapella versions, would you slap the acapella version?
No.
You ever did it?
Only acapella I would listen to, DMX.
Interesting.
She was doing the remixes.
That's what I was gonna say.
I'm just saying, if I had to listen to an acapella and bang it, it'd be DMX
That's
because
aggressive ass fucking.
DMX got soul in his voice.
He do.
Like you could feel the soul.
I agree.
So
So you didn't think
let me
Pac had
talk
that?
when I breathe. When I'm
Pac had
I
that?
could
Pac
do
too.
Pac. I do
Pac,
Pac.
yeah.
Pac was a
Rolling my
storyteller.
demons, huh?
You know, that was a storyteller. You know.
Damn, maybe I should go listen to some acapellas. That might be.
You know what? This might be something for people to do. Actually, go listen to the acapellas
Right.
and say, you know, we're gonna strip all the music out and let's just listen to acapellas, and maybe this will help all the generations.
It's got to be
make
a
determination of
that just listen
what
to
are people really saying.
But then if we're gonna do that, might as well take the auto tune off and let's see who really lasts.
It's gonna be more without auto tune. Songs without auto tune, right?
Right.
But that'd be interesting.
It would be.
All acapella. It's got to be a subgenre that just does that. Like the edits and the flips is kind of that.
Yeah.
Like you working with acapellas, like putting your own production on the shit.
Right.
But not just strictly vocal frequency.
Mm-hmm. If people take those instrumentals off and they actually just listen to the acapellas, I think things would change.
I think they're gonna say pay the producers more.
For real.
Pay them some more.
I think they'll be like, have I been listening to this the whole time? Is this what they're really saying? Oh my God. You know, for real.
Or, damn, I didn't know he was really saying that.
I thought he was saying this.
All that kawachi wata sta. Like turn that shit off.
I don't know.
I don't know,
But
man.
that'd be interesting, right?
We might have to start a challenge.
Y'all
Yeah,
gotta
we
play
gotta start a challenge.
Y'all
might
gotta
have
play
to
the
start a
Kool
challenge.
Unc with just the vocals. See if that's hitting.
For real.
I'm start with that.
I am confident.
Hey, look, I mixed the song, so I heard the acapella. I know it's
I am
good.
confident. I am confident. Pass the sniff test. I'm confident it passes the sniff test.
Yes, sir.
That's funny.
Man, how much more time we got on this, man?
Hey, we already had an hour,
good?
so we can keep
Hey,
going.
breaking news to the pro, man. Pro just hit first place in his fantasy football league.
Uh-oh.
Come on, man.
Hey, number
Come
one,
on,
give
man.
a hey.
Man,
I give a some.
come on, man. Yeah, man. I had a
I don't
big
even know how to
game.
play that.
I had a big game tonight, man. I just came back from, man, they said I had a 14% chance of winning tonight, man. Shout out to Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey, man, for bringing me back to the promised land.
Did that
Come on,
thing.
we in first place now. I'm coming for them. Super Bowl.
So what, you win money at the end?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, see?
It's $200 to enter.
Oh,
Contest. Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
We're
they
playing for
put
the
money in that thing.
Oh.
We ain't playing.
What's the payout?
Man, I want to say the payout, like, it's one payout for the Super Bowl winner, payout for second place, and payout for the person who gets the most fantasy points. So, I don't know, it was probably about 800, 900, something like that.
Oh, that's cool.
But, I won a Super Bowl a couple years ago, but I'm back.
He said, I'm back.
I'm doing good. I ain't going to jinx myself, knock on some wood, you know what I'm saying?
You be on the over and under, underdogs and prize picks and shit.
No, I don't really play like that, man.
Where
too
Cam
much.
at? I know he. Where,
that nigga everybody stretching right
Every
now.
time I
I'm
see
always
him.
hustling.
Hey, man, I'm cool on Prize Pick for a minute.
Oh,
I'm going to wait till like mid-season. Because I only do basketball. Like, I did football, but I don't really watch football.
so you really got to know it?
Yeah.
Or can you do like, say I want to type in chat GPT, what's the probability of blah, 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 based on the bets? You think I can get a good strategy on that? Or do I
I'm
really
sure
gotta
you're
know?
gonna get an excellent strategy on it,
Oh, no, for sure.
but if you gonna hit that,
Bro, I want
you know what I mean?
That's 50-50
It's up to
still.
the player that day. You feel me? And each one of them.
No, I did a bet for the Celtics for the championship game.
Based on ChatGPT.
Bro, one hit 500.
Damn.
Yeah, me and
All
Chad.
right, yeah, I
much
didn't
you
think of
get
that.
They finna start charging for that. For sure.
Hey, I pay for the.
You got the premium,
I
huh?
got the premium.
Oh, you-
Hey, look.
Man,
invested.
I'm locked in. Ain't no leaving me.
Do it give you different answers?
Man,
Have you wrote the same question for the paid and for the not paid?
I have not tried that experiment.
Okay.
No cap. I'm not gonna even bullshit you, but what I am gonna say to you is, Me and ChatGPT, we are locked in. Period. And I don't.
Sometimes you gotta question it.
It's people that's gonna suffer for not being locked in on that.
Hey,
for sure.
Look, you know what? We have this.
Y'all talked about this already.
We talk about it.
Yeah, we talk about AI.
Yeah, Uncle Lou, we go back and forth on this quite frequently.
What
is your thoughts on when it comes to the music game? What is your thoughts on this ChatGPT?
In regards to the music?
In general, with music. When it comes to music, with music in general.
With music, okay. So, if you didn't pick up the ASR 10, right?
Okay.
Or if you didn't pick up Fruity Loops,
Right.
where would, you know what I'm saying? Where would music be?
Right.
I probably wouldn't be here.
Facts.
So, with that being said, I'm gonna see what it got to offer for sure.
Okay.
I'm definitely not gonna just disregard it.
Yeah.
And you'd be foolish to do that.
Right.
Disregard it. If I didn't know the internet right now.
Yep. Yeah.
And for those who knew the internet 20, 30 years, where they at?
So is the AI taking the soul out of music?
Not if it's you got the gatekeepers that's controlling the AI, right? With the soul, no way. It
But
can't be
see,
lost.
AI is trying to learn the soul.
Like I said, what was
So
the first thing I
eventually
said?
it might get there.
It
might get there.
Our soul is being tested,
Yeah.
and AI is the leading factor of AI soul being tested for sure.
Well, you know what? Topic for another day. Before we get up out of here, B, walk us through, tell the world where they can find you at. Give us your tags, your handles, all your information. Tell them what you want them to know about you, what you got for sale, what you don't got for sale.
It's good. It's all for sale. Except my soul.
Hey, real one.
We're going to keep that one.
Yeah.
It's been tested. But we good. ByBijan, ByBijan, all platforms. BIJAN on your music streaming platforms. Specifically, his favorite. But all of them.
All of them.
That's right.
Yeah, Fairfield, I love you. That's the brand, the field. That's some of the, collections. Yeah. Producer, rapper, artist, entrepreneur. Some more production stuff coming soon. Been on a few calls recently, so hopefully something comes soon that we talk about soon enough.
Oh yeah, man, I'll be slapping that front row 40 still.
My dog.
Yeah.
My dog. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I got some projects in the works right now. Shout out to the producers. Sent me something before I came in here, so we got something to work on.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Fairfield, I love you. Shout out to the whole city. Everybody doing their thing in Fairfield. I love y'all. Let's bridge this. Let's bridge, or not even bridge. Let's keep this California West Coast thing going. You know what I'm saying? From the top to the bottom, all the way around.
All the way.
Shout out to the legend for breathing life back into us. I ain't gonna lie, it was spooky for a lot of us.
Yeah.
No lie,
Yeah.
right? It was a little washed and a little dark.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out everybody resurging, or that was working in the dark and just popping, or not popping back up, but using the opportunity
Right.
to come up on it. And just keep the West Coast thing going on. All generations. Like I said, we wouldn't be nowhere without all the generations.
Right. For real.
Because where was West Coast music a year ago?
Right, last year.
Straight up, right? No disrespect to anybody.
That's what the whole narrative.
And we've had this
last
conversation.
year.
Damn, this is a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
But,
we can keep going, but
yeah.
till next time, though. Yeah.
And shout out all the cool uncles, man. You feel me? The cool uncle, man.
Shout out to the unks, man.
You feel me? Shout out to y'all for keep doing your thing too, man.
All right.
We need dunks in the space.
Yeah, my guy.
Respect.
Yes, sir.
Gatekeepers, man.
And if you ain't got no cool uncle, we could be your cool uncle. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, follow, repost, share, tap in, whatever, DM, whatever. Just tap into the unks. Until next time, we out. Peace.
I'm the cool uncle. Yeah, I'm the cool uncle. Yeah, hey, I'm the cool uncle. Yeah, hey, I'm the cool uncle. Yeah, I'm the cool uncle. Profile shorts, white tee.